Lightning, and tonight, host of WWE Backlash. The United States Sami Zayn in a WrestleMania rematch tonight.
The boldest, they the blackest, the brightest, the boldest. We talk Converse road. We come in, we hit it with the trick shot. Nothing but net. We need that bell, but them haters they still watch. Like I just said, when it comes to combat, you looking at the TikTok. You wanna come into the ring, mess around, go ahead, get tricked out. We got that attitude, they seem to dominate. We got the table, we filling up all the plates. You press play whenever you wanna taste. We always with the real, baby, you never gave fake. The blackest, the brightest, the boldest. They the blackest, the brightest, the boldest. They the blackest, the brightest, the boldest. We talk Converse, yeah, they the coldest.
What up, what up, what up, everyone? It is Backlash. It is Saturday. We got some matches coming up. We're showing this in Discord. What up, what up, what up, what up? This is Chemo Queen. Let me change the name so you know the game. But yeah, it's Backlash, my friend. It's Backlash. I don't know what you guys are feeling and thinking, and you know, what your opinions are, what you might think about what's going to happen today. Some matches I'm excited to see. I'm actually excited to see the Braun Breaker Seth Rollins match, and I am actually excited to see the Trick and Sammy match. The other matches, I mean, I wish I kind of cared, but I kind of don't. But either way, if you are a sub to the channel, which we have 333, we're so close to 500. If you sub to the channel, you can watch along in our Discord. We'll be doing a sub checker sometime during the show, just to make sure everybody is a subscriber to our channel. But you are more than free to come watch it over there for free 99. As I said, all you have to do is be a sub to the channel. But without further ado, I'm going to start playing the audio. But as I said, I'm happy you're here. I appreciate you guys. Mr. Lemon Pepper Stepper. I guess let's start the show. Going right into Seth. Yes, sir. Yeah, right into it, bitch. I love when they go right into the match, no bullshit. Alright, let me get the poll started. Get this one started over here on YouTube versus who wins. But yeah, I think they're going back to Braun Steiner, so I'm putting that in there. Alright. I'm always interested to see what Wade Barrett's gonna say.
Yeah, it's kind of the theme of the night here tonight. Young stars trying to take down some of the pillars of WWE from the past 10 plus years. Seth Rollins has his work cut out for him tonight against Braun Breaker.
In this match,
And as I said, we are showing this in our Discord. Just be a subscriber to the channel. Ron Steiner. Got to ask my child to turn on my kettle. I need you some coffee. 'Cause we're doing a show after this tonight.
On this matchup, Wade, I believe on Seth Rollins' side, you'd have experience. And that would be it. Braun Breaker on the other side. Strength, power, speed.
Legs, power, speed, what? Okay. I guess one thing.
Breaker wants to slay Rollins tonight. Yeah, Braun Breaker is potentially anybody in the locker room's worst nightmare. And Seth Rollins needs to be very careful not to be dragged into a war of attrition against this young, explosive, powerful superstar. Seth Rollins needs to use his brain here, turn this into a chess game, and try and outsmart Braun Breaker.
I think there's two key points to this matchup. First, Seth Rollins needs to end this early. I think one matchup is in favor of Breaker. Number two, Seth Rollins has to be careful of that. The attempted spear by Breaker. He's hit that spear on Rollins a half dozen times the past few weeks. And that was suicide dive by Rollins.
Damn, I'm right to it.
A lot of pent-up frustration with Rollins.
But please, I'd love it if you give him a poll.
Taken out Seth Rollins over 6 months ago, costing him numerous times in his career, costing him the World Heavyweight Championship with a vicious attack, and that is now exploding in the face of Braun Breaker.
Now, in a suicide dive, driving Breaker into the and out. It's like a ball of fire. Start matchup tonight.
I'm on my Wi-Fi. I'm gonna turn that off. Yeah, turn that off.
Finish the job.
Countdown show in a very special interview that he's nearing 40 years old. He doesn't know how much time he has left at the top. He understands there's going to be many like Braun Breaker trying to take him down a notch. So this is such an important match for Rollins tonight.
Yeah, forget just 40 years old. That's 40 years. And he spent much of that, a significant chunk of it, at the very top, competing in WWE.
Takes down Breaker, and you have to admire the official for letting things go in the early part of this matchup because there's been so much bad blood between these two. Remember, it was Rollins the night after WrestleMania last year. He won division. He brought Braun Breaker in. He brought Boston Reed in. And then in October of last year, Breaker turns on Rollins and excommunicates Rollins from the group that he formed. And Breaker picking Rollins out of the air.
God, here we go.
And now, suplex right out to the floor.
Well, that's that young power of Breaker coming to the fore early on. Did not want to fall in line behind Seth Rollins. Saw Seth Rollins as somebody who was simply using Braun Breaker to keep himself at the top of the card, effectively using Breaker as a bodyguard to maintain his reign as the World Heavyweight Champion. And that's
Braun got a lot to prove right now.
And how much things
Injured the last I think 2 PLEs, he basically had to come in as like a interference.
CM Punk and Sami Zayn in a matchup. Now they are bitter enemies. For Rollins, just his second match in the past 7 months. The last one was at WrestleMania, a classic against Gunther before Braun Breaker would interfere and break things up. And Breaker now with a takedown of Rollins, and now Breaker on offense.
Just fierce levels of aggression from Breaker. I'm glad you've raised the fact this is Rollins' second match in 7 months. There is an element of ring rust and ring cardio that simply might not be there for someone like Seth Rollins. Doesn't matter how much you train, you never get to gain speed without being battle-hardened.
And let's not forget, Wade, that Seth Rollins...
Okay, everybody's starting to vote on the poll in our Discord.
Significant time, too, with an injury.
Well, you'll know full well as an athlete, the younger you are, the quicker you bounce back from injuries. That is simple truth, especially with the amount of miles already on the body of Seth Rollins.
And here's the cover and a kick out by Seth at 1. Braun Breaker likes to talk trash. He thinks very highly of himself.
I mean, he do.
Video of him in the gym this past week. Bench pressing 400 pounds and trash talking Seth Rollins as he did it.
Yeah, 405, 4 reps with ease on the bench press. That is just ludicrous.
What a German suplex, and how quick!
Correct.
How quick was Braun there?
Yeah, and here's part of the thing. The early onslaught that came from Seth Rollins has just bounced off the mentality of Braun Breaker. Didn't start to doubt himself, didn't start to wonder, can I really make it at this level against Seth? Just absorbed that damage and is now bouncing back and replying tenfold.
Tonight we knew that this man, Braun Breaker, was going to be a star, a future main eventer. Back in June of 2020, 6 years ago,
In the pandemic.
Rollins would go down to NXT.
And that's probably another reason why a lot of guys, you know, have a little weaknesses on the mic, because some of them are pandemic babies. So they didn't take that time to really, like, hone in before having audiences around you. So I'm sure some of these people just got anxiety.
On the throat of Seth Rollins causing some major damage. Paul Heyman, Brock Lesnar has retired. He needs a new person to hook his teeth into a guaranteed future WrestleMania main eventer. You can barely pick better than Braun Breaker.
Rollins now delivers a chop to Braun. You know, Braun Breaker understands that he made this bed and he has to lie in it. He has no friends, nobody to help him out. And he talked a lot about the parallels with Breaker. Breaker did to Rollins much like Rollins did to the Shield a decade earlier. And here's the
Jesus,
cover
the
by
Shield has been
Breaker,
over a
and
decade,
Rollins
I guess
gets the
so.
2 kicks out.
Yeah, and I like that comparison with what Seth did to the Shield. Let's face it, in the history of this industry, power is never gifted to anybody. It has to be taken in a hostile fashion. And they don't come much more hostile than Braun Breaker and his treatment of Seth freaking Rollins.
Tonight that Rollins turned on the Shield.
Funny, it does actually sound like Steiner, though. His voice.
Self-centered piece of trash. In many ways, Breaker's attack on Rollins last year did the same thing.
It did the same thing, but it can also be said that perhaps Breaker preempted an attack from Rollins.
Maybe. I got him in a headlock now.
Doing that. Breaker just got to Rollins before, as Breaker sees it, Rollins inevitably attacked him.
And I asked Rollins about his strategy tonight. He said, listen, when my back is against the wall, I am my best version of myself.
He didn't say
The
that.
problem with Breaker is he took his shot a couple of times, delivering spears, and he wasn't able to kill Rollins. And Seth says that's going to come back and bite Braun.
The tables seem to be turning in this match. Momentum slowly drifting towards Seth Rollins. But Braun could be paying the price right before our eyes.
Rollins has said on a number of occasions, Braun is a future star, but he's just not ready.
Yeah, I don't agree with that at all. Braun Breaker was born ready. Oh my God!
And now big takedown with a clothesline to Rollins. Breaker collapses into the cover, hook to the leg. Rollins has got to kick it to another near fall. But again, there's the quickness, the 23-mile-per-hour speed of Breaker.
Take a look at this human blur. This is one huge human being, 250 pounds, and is right across the larynx of Seth freaking Rollins. And I'll take umbrage with Seth Rollins saying Braun Breaker is not yet ready. If you listen to be ready. How many times have we seen top stars slow the momentum of guys they are threatened by? And that could be the case with Rollins and Breaker.
Another release German by Braun, who is putting Rollins through the ringer. Remember, Rollins had the shoulder injury. He's had a history of knee injuries. Of course, he's
He got a history of all
permanently
types of
after all the
injuries.
spears of the past
Let's just
2
keep it
weeks.
real.
And those suplexes will hurt your insides even more. Cover by Breaker. Is it enough? And Rollins again kicks out a near fall.
And it's been clear from the word go that there is a lunatic streak inside of Braun
You
Breaker.
think?
You call it a head case on occasion. I would say the biggest asset he has is Paul Heyman on the outside, guiding that lunatic streak, targeting it exclusively on Seth Rollins.
He's a fry short of the Happy Meal is what he is.
Fry short of a Happy Meal is what he is.
Rollins and Breaker don't trust the man. Rollins knows that firsthand. Paul Heyman going to hook his wagon to the next stars he's done his entire career.
There's been a history of it, but the rewards of having Heyman on your side, albeit for a temporary amount of time, are just too great to turn down for many superstars. And Seth was in that same position not so long ago.
And Rollins now, he's actually fighting Breaker, creating anything he can to create some space.
He'll fight tooth and nail against this guy.
Frankensteiner! Cover! Rollins still in it, and that's the reason the man is a 6-time world champion.
Yeah, did not execute that Frankensteiner quite as crisply as he wanted, and that could have been the difference of how Seth was able to kick out there. Enough damage caused, however, to keep the Architect down for now.
And you talk about Heyman, there you see the Oracle. Words of wisdom being directed the way of Braun Breaker.
And that is the cheat code for Braun Breaker, who currently lacks the experience at the top depth level of a Seth Rollins. That's why he has to lean on the smarts of Paul Heyman.
Local crowd electric here tonight, over 15,000. Sold out in Tampa.
15,000 sold out
Has
Tampa.
been dominating much of this match, but has not been able to put the veteran Rollins away. Dumps him out to the floor.
Again, attacking those ribs of Seth Rollins. The ribs have taken so much abuse, as you mentioned, with spear after spear over the past several weeks. And Braun's got that look in his eye, and this rarely ends well for his opponent.
Seth better turn around because Braun Breaker, breakneck speed, and Rollins catches him
Yep,
with a
caught
super
him.
kick. I believe Breaker was going for the spear.
Yeah, he's
and
been trying to
Rollins
spear him.
there.
Caught him now.
Absolute bullseye.
Yeah, they caught each other.
Freaking Rollins and a moving target. Both men laid out, and the count is climbing, Cole.
Yeah, now the official counting with Ernest. A count of 5. 10 count. We'll have a double count out. Count of 6 now. At 7, Rollins and Breaker trying to stir. Count of 8. A count of 9. Breaker and Rollins barely beat the count. So close.
Rollins was on 9.9 there, living dangerously. Tells you the toll that has been taken on Seth's body so far. And this may well now turn into a dogfight, and for me, that has to benefit Breaker.
Mentioned earlier, the longer this match goes, Braun Breaker could start to take control. Turned on clotheslines by Rollins, just wearing down Breaker.
Rollins just has that durability, that heart and drive that has served him so well through his
What's that
career.
even supposed to be? Is it spicy? Is it cool? Is it hot? Like, I don't even know.
Rollins has to duck underneath that. Now big clothesline to block Breaker. Rollins into the cover, hook to the leg. Near fall for Seth.
Yeah, that was a groggy.
Breaker's in position. Seth with a kick to the face. Cover. Hook of the leg. And a kick out. Wait, I think the only thing that saved Breaker there, Rollins was going for the stomp. And Breaker just moved himself out of position. Rollins had to switch things and turn it into a kick.
Take another look at this. Essentially a knee to the temple with what we can only assume was meant to be a stomp. But it shows you the issue of Braun Breaker, how resilient he is. He simply got him too fast. And to pull off that stomp.
Capacity crowd electric tonight. Rollins, a grin on his face, believes he may have Breaker where he wants him.
This is those deep waters that Seth is only too well versed in, but Braun, on the other hand, maybe has not been this deep so far in his career. New territory for the young man what Seth was going for there, but the body just seemed to give up on him halfway through, and that might be that exhaustion, that pain factor kicking in, and you know full well Braun Breaker senses that and has a major upper hand now.
Well, you know, if you've only had one match in 7 months, your stamina's not there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It's not helped anything by the fact that Braun Breaker has been beating the living daylights out of Seth Rollins from the word go.
Hey, Rollins wanted this fight. Wanted retribution, wanted revenge. Didn't have to be like this. Wanted to show Breaker he was wrong when he dismantled the brute as Rollins doing. Rollins though going to turn things around. He's got Breaker in trouble. Braun trying to hang on. Not enough. Seth Rollins with a buckle bomb. Oh, what a clothesline! The explosiveness of Braun Breaker.
Just a home run slug to the throat. Take another look at this. Buckle bomb to Breaker to move this damage. So many superstars, but immediately a desperation response perhaps from Breaker at exactly the right time.
What a way to kick off Backlash. Live on ESPN2 in the States, Netflix internationally, over 15,000 WWE fans. Are we witnessing the rise of Breaker? Or will Seth Rollins continue to stay on top?
Seth Rollins looks like a broken man on the outside, rolled to the outside to try and get some breathing room, but now in hot pursuit.
Breaker's not even breathing hard, Wade.
Laser focused. Doing maximum damage.
Announcing Seth off our announce table.
Acutely aware of the count. Oh, God. Oh, God, Seth.
Oh, no, no,
Oh,
no, no,
God,
no.
Seth.
We've
No,
seen
no,
Breaker
no,
do
no,
this
no.
before. Braun Breaker has become his calling card. That jumping clothesline onto the table, wiping out Rollins.
While putting his own body on the line in a hellacious landing, Seth Rollins taking even worse of it. Both men flattened out as the count is now climbing.
Wait, is this match as physical as you thought it would be?
Or perhaps even more so. It should have been over by now, and it may be over in a matter of seconds. We're up to 4 Cole.
I don't know how Braun Breaker does it, launches his body through the air like that, collapsing onto his opponent on the announce table. The official now on a count of 7. Breaker trying to drag Rollins back into the ring and dub.
Well, Breaker's here to make a statement. Does not want to win by counts. It could have been over right there had Breaker wanted it to be.
And now Braun Breaker going to climb up top, looking to go to the top rope. Seth Rollins, though, going to meet him there, quick as a cat. Rollins with a superplex. Oh, Breaker! Breaker! What a counter for the win! Rollins is still in it! Holy hell! Rollins usually goes for the Falcon Arrow there. What a counter by Breaker!
Here's the superplex. We've seen it a million times, but no, Braun Breaker is just built different to any other superstar that Seth has been in there with before. On both men living dangerously, but again, it could have been over in a blink of an eye there for Seth Rollins.
15,000 plus trying to rally Seth Rollins here in Tampa, singing his song. The official checking on Rollins there.
Fortunately, it might take more than a song to save Seth Rollins from this predicament.
And Braun just now stalking and having his way with Rollins. How many times have we seen Seth turn that superplex into a Falcon Arrow, and Breaker this time was able to counter?
Well, Breaker just has the physical answers that perhaps nobody else in the locker room does have. Just freak levels of power and explosivity, and we'll get a little dose of it right here, perhaps.
Rollins, though, trying to keep the fight. A couple of shots to the ribs.
Well, we know full well Seth Rollins has that fighting spirit, that drive that is unmatched, and now raking the back of Breaker. Old school tactic, but highly effective there. Created some separation, but not for long.
And another Frankensteiner.
And you have a clock in your head when you deliver damage to an opponent. You know how long it's going to take till they're back up on on their feet. Well, throw that clock out of the window when you're in there with Bron Breakker, because time just speeds up.
He just continues to move forward. Never comes out of fifth gear. And another! Oh, Frankenstein. Rollins somehow landed on his feet. Breakker can't believe it. Rollins getting fired up now. How does Rollins keep doing it?
Well, this is why Seth freaking Rollins may be the best in-ring of his generation.
No doubt about that. The visionary. Breakker, though. Counter momentarily. Pedigree. And Breakker's in prime position.
Gonna go for the pin, but no.
Stop! Stop the Breakker! Can Rollins capitalize? Heyman now on the apron. He's livid.
Big smile on the face of Seth Rollins.
Yeah, but how wise was that of Heyman, Wade?
Well, that was a Hail Mary from Heyman because he knew it was over them, but Seth Rollins apparently was expecting this. Not taken by surprise by the shenanigans.
Oh, yeah. Rollins, he was ready. Austin Theory in the vision. Logan Paul as well. Rollins knew they were hiding somewhere in the woodwork, and he was ready, to your point.
Well, he's used this playbook himself in the past. He may well have read the
Stop
playbook.
the Theory. Heyman saved Breakker after the stomp by Rollins.
Breakker was dead and buried in that ring, and Austin Theory has to be down for the count. And if I were Logan Paul, I'd put the afterburners on.
Rollins has thwarted the Vision's attack.
But the attack and the insertion from Heyman.
Oh, a spear! A spear by Breakker! And Rollins kicked out. I thought that was it. I thought that was it. Rollins at 2 3/4.
While Heyman is in shock, the world is in shock. Breakker can't believe it. I will say this.
Everybody's
Breakker did
in
not
shock.
make top speed on that spear. That perhaps is the only reason Rollins is still ticking.
I think that just made Breakker even more angry.
Breakker was just recovering from that pedigree stomp combo, shaking off the cobwebs, and this spells danger.
Breakker, what with a spear, countered into a pedigree. Rollins countered the spear. And now Seth's got a chance.
Well, will the body cooperate enough to put this one away?
Rollins going up to the second rope, looking for an avalanche stomp here. Breakker spear. Breakker with a torpedo spear to Rollins. Here is your winner, Braun Breakker. Ladies and gentlemen, the biggest win in the career of Braun Breakker. Braun Breakker has arrived.
What a ferocious matchup, and Bron Breakker's physicality in the end got himself the win. And this is when Logan and Theory had just been taken out by Seth after they inserted themselves in the match. It was this almost short spear from a groggy Breakker, catching Rollins by surprise, almost getting the win. And then he goes for take two. But Rollins, so smart, so reactive, catching Breakker with a pedigree for a second time in the matchup. But then this, a leaping Rollins caught by an explosive from the ground spear, and this just popped things away for good. No way back after this one. A super turbo speed there. Spear right to the gut of Seth freaking Rollins. And you said it, Cole, the biggest win of Breakker's career. You have arrived at the very top, Bron Breakker.
I asked Seth Rollins what a loss means. He said he wasn't expecting any. Well, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next here on ESPN2, Trick Williams, the United States champion, in a WrestleMania rematch against Sami Zayn. Trick and Sami coming up next. Well, here's a look at the new Invincible Versus. Throw down in the most brutal and visceral 3-on-3 tag fighting action in the universe. Invincible Versus is out now on Xbox Series consoles, PlayStation 5, and PC.
You'll never take this planet.
Your little fireworks won't stop one Wiltermite.
Oh, hey, Mark's dad.
You're making this too easy. Yes.
And now Sami's got Williams exactly where he wants him. Trick shot! Trick shot!
Trick Williams is officially anointed with the gold.
That's right, Trick Williams is the opportunity.
Right. If you're the anointed one, then I'm the prophecy.
And if you want the United States champion, then you find Trick Williams.
Whoa! Gingy, what are you doing?
Oh, Sami.
The gingerbread man represents Trick Williams a lot more than it does me. This is a shell of a man, and that's exactly what Trick Williams is.
Tell me the news, Doc.
It's the funeral for the gingerbread man.
Can we get a moment of silence for my friend, the gingerbread man?
Enough! Are you kidding me? You're trying to make a joke out of me?
Al, this is personal. I'm not gonna make a joke out of you.
The game, huh? You think this is a game? This is my life! This is my life!
The resurrection.
GloYard!
At Backlash, I'm gonna make that trick.
Club WWE, you'll be part of something bigger. A global network of passionate fans that we want to reward for dedication and loyalty. This is your destination. This is Club WWE. Become the ultimate insider. With Club WWE, you'll experience live shows like never before. Members get an exclusive 24-hour pre-sale window, but that is just the beginning. Now you get the full experience of a Club WWE Gold membership at the best live events in the world. With dedicated entrances, members-only lounges, with superstars dropping by, fan parties, events, and ways to earn reward points on site. Also, keep an eye out for flash discounts only at Club WWE.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the United States Championship. Introducing first the challenger from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing in for 212 pounds, Sami Zayn.
Sami has the phrase ride or die written on his knee pads. That, of course, paid homage to the longtime fans that have stuck with Sami Zayn through thick and thin. The problem is, many believe many of those fans have moved on. He's a grizzled and bitter, angry veteran, running out of time to accomplish the one goal that has eluded him, a world championship, and many think that pressure is finally getting to Zayn.
Yeah, I think that's a really harsh take. I think Sami Zayn has dedicated his body, his soul to this industry for the past 20 plus years. Main evented WrestleMania, an incredible legacy of achievement here. In the past few months, Trick Williams has come along and apparently allowed management, the audience, the locker room to turn Sami Zayn into a punchline. And I understand Sami's frustration.
Yeah, Kathy Kelly's backstage with the champ. Let's check on her.
Yeah, guys, I am here with United States champion Trick Williams and Lil Yachty. I spoke to Sami Zayn earlier, and he said that he is feeling great. What is your response?
Sammy's feeling great. Quit lying. You've been lying for weeks, saying you're the one with all the experience. You the veteran. Sammy, quit lying. Since you met me, I've been running this. I'm the puppet master. I'm the vet in the game. It's Trick Williams' world. And tonight, all the games is over. And you're gonna see that. Let's talk about it.
Yachty's carrying looks a bit familiar. It was last night at the Gingerbread Man's funeral. Lil Yachty and company took Sami Zayn and all of us.
Yes, they did, with Lil Yachty inside the corpse of the Gingerbread Man. But that in a nutshell, that Gingerbread Man prop has been used to taunt Zayn. It really epitomizes what Sami views as the disrespect from the relative newcomer Trick Williams and his rapper friend Lil Yachty.
For Trick Williams, what an important matchup tonight. He beat Sami Zayn at WrestleMania. And in this WrestleMania rematch, Trick Williams can prove to the world that what happened in Las Vegas last month was not a fluke.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, here we go. Little frustration from Sami right off the bat, and the normally cool, calm, and collected Sami Zayn has become completely erratic and frazzled since the arrival of Trick Williams, completely under the former champ's skin.
The official going to have her hands full in this matchup. Daphne LaShawn, this is for the United States Championship. Sami Zayn looking to win the United States title. The third time in his career. Lil Yachty just handed you a bunch.
Oh my God, I love Lil Yachty. I am absolutely rich. Dollar bills, y'all.
What are you going to do with all those dollar bills tonight?
You and I should can't wait to spend them. And the only place you can spend dollar bills, Michael Cole, you fill in the blanks.
Sami Zayn now backing Williams into the corner. And Sami Zayn looking to be aggressive in this match tonight. What does Sami need to do, Wade, to win the United States Championship?
Sami needs to be really careful. Obviously, he wants to win the United States Championship. He's also said he wants to humiliate Trick Williams the way Trick has humiliated him over the past several months. But you've got to stay in control. Don't get ragged. Don't get yourself disqualified. And make sure you can stay in control of your emotion.
Oh, and leaping clothesline by Trick Williams. Much like we saw in the previous match, Wade. Veteran versus relative newcomer. Sami Zayn looking to use his experience against Trick Williams tonight.
Yeah, he has to. Trick Williams clearly has the superior power, athleticism, and has the power of this audience firmly behind him.
Trick has had some success here in Tampa, Florida. Last year, he won the TNA World Championship at NXT Battleground in this city.
Pretty much built from the ground up right here in this state of Florida. Over the road in Orlando.
Infectious charisma from Trick Williams.
I'll tell you right now, he's got the industry excited in ways I've not seen in a long time. Just pop Trick Williams onto the spotlight and it will work.
And again, that pisses somebody like Sami Zayn off.
For sure. Well, Trick Williams has so much charisma and talent. He's got a rocket ship to the very top. Whereas Sami Zayn had to grind it out for years the hard way. Fighting for every inch that he's got in this industry.
But again, getting back to Sami Zayn, it's about evolving, Wade. It's about the evolution in this industry. Changing things up, change the way you do things. And Sami Zayn's been very stubborn to change the way he does things.
I agree with you to an extent, but recently we've seen fractures, let's say, in his personality. He started saying, okay, fans who don't want me anymore, no problem.
Just like this here. Trying to use the steel steps, but again, Sami's got to be careful he's not disqualified. Trick Williams has the champ's advantage in this match.
And again, I understand why Sami's so frustrated. We've got Lil Yachty on the outside, swinging that candy cane kendo stick around. That's a major distraction. Why should Sami Zayn not be upset at that?
And Sami now bouncing Williams and hammering away on the champion. Again, you hear the WWE fans getting all over Sami, and Sami just can't quite understand why.
I mean, what has Sami done wrong over the past several months? Go back 6 months,
I've always been a fan of Sami, but he has been acting a bit of a jerk lately.
I'm not so sure he has. I think he's been the victim of a lot of games and fun at his expense from Trick Williams. Not least, of course, the gingerbread man that was brought along simply to mock Zayn. I think that will get anyone to the end of their tether.
Oh! Victor syndrome for Sami Zayn. Interesting. Cover. Trying to win the championship and a kick out by Trick. Another cover by Sami. Wrapped the arm this time. Hooked the leg. This time he's going to put his full body weight on Trick, who's got a kick out.
I mean, Trick simply cannot match. Again, Sami sucks. Chance, ring out. This is a man who's dedicated his life to this industry, entertained these fans, these WWE fans, for over 10 years with some of the best matches we've seen. Now their loyalty has completely shifted to the hot new star, the latest fashionable thing, Trick Williams, for all his talent. I feel bad for Zayn.
A lot of things for Sami Zayn changed the night that he brought. Oh, wow! Great neck breaker. things changed for Sami Zayn the night that he beat Carmelo Hayes. Another young up-and-comer who's the United States champion. Fans didn't take too kindly to that as you take another look at the athleticism of Trick Williams.
Well, as much as I've taken a shot at these fans for jumping onto Trick Williams, he is a very, very easy superstar to like, and that's just one glimpse of exactly why. Freak athleticism, especially for such a massive frame.
Trick caught him. That spin kick. And now big power slam to Zayn. Takes his time. Really has developed in the ring. Oh, he's got all the talent in the world.
Now he's got the poise too.
Oh, takedown by Sami. Oh, and a big kick to the face by Trick.
Get a little too cocky in there with someone like Sami Zayn, who's as resilient as they come, and he needs it all here because Trick has the wind in his sails.
Williams measuring his man, went for a trick kick, and Sami Zayn able to turn it around, went for the Blue Thunder Bomb, countered by Williams. And Williams with a bookend, slams Sami Zayn. And a kick out by Sami.
Oh, and Sami's head bounced off the mat hard there. Take another look at some of this action, this big Uranagi bookend style. Almost wiping out Sami Zayn, but there's that toughness of Zayn that has been his signature over the past 20 years.
Yeah, Trick Williams with that bookend, paying homage to a man who's been in his corner since the very beginning. The great Hall of Famer, the voice of NXT, Booker T. Now Williams and Sami up on the top rope.
Both men sucking on oxygen here. The bodies are starting to give out. How deep can you dig it?
It's all about the prestigious United States Championship. Sami looking to get the upper hand, beating Trick Williams down.
Sami just looking to exhaust Trick Williams at this point, thinking he can simply outlast the United States champion.
The crowd's getting in his head. He's got to be careful. Sunset flip power bomb by Zayn. Cover to regain the championship, and a kick out at two.
And I'll tell you right now, once the crowd are in your head, the only thing you can do to shut them up is to win gold. Hold it high above your head. Zayn knows that. And needs to stay
Oh my goodness, all these daggone on memes for Jinji.
Sami trying to rally the crowd, and he gets booze instead. How many ride or dies here tonight?
And as I said, we are showing this in our Discord. So feel free to come on over if you're a subscriber. That's all you gotta do. Bam. There's another pull up. I'd appreciate it.
Everything you throw at me, I'll bob and weave, duck and move, and come back with moves like that blue thunder bomb. And you feel that spirit starting to
Everybody saying Trick
Williams. How gritty can you get, Trey? You're going to need it here.
It has been inspiring to watch the maturation process of Trick Williams over the past few years.
Such a fast learner, fast developer, as tough as they come.
Sami springboard leapfrog.
Oh.
May have injured his knee. Came down hard on his knee, tweaks his knee, and forces the official to back the champ to the corner.
Well, a non-contact injury in this game is never something you want to see. And nice Sami Zayn screaming in agony.
Well, the official may want to get a doctor over here. And Williams, Trick Williams. Oh, look at Sami Zayn though. Roll up, isn't it up? And Trick kicks out.
Sami playing a little possum pass. That is a veteran move from Zayn, and wait up.
GloYard now on the apron. Sami with a kendo stick to Trick. GloYard arguing with the official, backfired. Sami Zayn into the cover. Not this way. No, kick out.
Well, it would have been poetic justice if that had backfired on Yachty, and Trick had gone down for the count on that one. Especially after the treatment of last night on SmackDown and the so-called gingerbread man funeral.
I understand what Yachty was trying to do there.
Just a level of inexperience you would think from Lil Yachty. The wrong time to jump up, the wrong time to take the referee's attention. The wrong time to leave that kendo stick lying around.
And And Yachty understands that he may have cost Trick Williams this matchup because Trick's in deep trouble.
Trick is not getting up. And now he's getting a mud hole stomped in him in the corner.
Again, he's got a 5 count before he has to break, and Sammy knows the rules.
Well, Sammy will take all of that 4.99 seconds before backing off. That is the smart veteran thing to do, especially with gold on the line here.
Oh, Sammy understands the champ's in trouble. This is his opportunity.
Yeah, there can be no let up at this point. This is eerily reminiscent of how Sammy defeated Carmelo Hayes several.
Oh, look at Lil Yachty now. Little payback. Kendo stick to Sammy. Trick Williams. Cover. And Sammy kicked out after the cyclone boot from Williams.
Well, how quickly did that pendulum swing back in the favor of Trick Williams thanks to Lil Yachty? But both men down in a heap and hurting, and the championship hanging in the balance. As Lil Yachty out of nowhere behind the referee's back, a little payback with that kendo stick.
But Sammy showing the resilience of a veteran tonight. And this place has been electric all night long. United States Championship on the line. Williams and Zane.
Two competitors running on fumes at this point. With Sammy with the wherewithal, the smarts, still has his head in the game.
And plenty more to come tonight over on the ESPN app with the Unlimited plan. Roman Reigns, Jacob Fatu, world title. Sammy now trying to clock Lil Yachty and drops him.
Well, that's a couple of months of frustration paid back right there to Lil Yachty, but focus on the task in hand, Sammy.
And allows Trick Williams to recover. And a clothesline drops Sammy on the steps.
Club to the ear almost. Well, a highly effective drop in Zane.
Looks like he's going to go for a bookend on the steel steps. And Sammy with a DDT.
Oh, that could be a cold KO right there. Trick Williams on the crown of his head, eating the steel.
And now Sammy's got to get the champ in the ring. Remember, champ's advantage, pinfall or submission. Only way Sammy can win the gold. Sami Zayn now. Paluma kick to the back of the head of Lil Yachty. Enough's enough, Sammy. You already beat the hell out of the guy earlier.
And Yachty is down for the count, and so soon they beat Trick.
Paluma kick incoming. Trick moves out of the way. Trick shot. Trick shot. Williams retains. Here is your winner. It's still the United States Champion, Trick Williams. I'll put these dollar bills in my pocket as Trick Williams celebrates. Trick Williams, ladies and gentlemen, proves that WrestleMania is no fluke.
Well, the humiliation of Zayn is fully complete, and
Wait, sit down.
look, Yachty's making it rain out
Well, I
here.
know it's more money you make in a year, but
Celebrating in style with a major victory for Trick Williams, the retention of the United States Championship. And here is how it went down. Sami Zayn thinking he had a major upper hand here, spiking Trick Williams on the top of his head on that steel step with a DDT. But this was where Lil Yachty got taken out with that Paluma kick from behind. And when Sami Zayn was ready to kill this for good, Trick Williams with a burst of speed, one trick shot. And a 1, 2, 3 later, the champ has retained the superior movement when it counted. Championship poise and timing from Trick Williams, whose legend in this industry is continuing to grow.
you were holding $2 in your hand.
I mean,
What is that going to get us tonight?
beggars will take what they can get.
Trick Williams celebrating. And again, the frustration continues to grow for the veteran Sami Zayn. We want to remind everyone that, well, thank you for joining us on ESPN2. We head over to the ESPN app with the unlimited plan in just a couple of moments. And of course, our main event tonight is this family civil war between the world champion Roman Reigns and the challenger, his cousin Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, what a wild ride. That matchup is going to be championship on the line.
That's our main event tonight, also coming up on the ESPN app and Netflix internationally. Io Sky takes on Asuka. What a roller coaster of emotions this has been for both of these women. Again, we head over to the ESPN app with the unlimited plan. Netflix internationally. See you on the other side.
This summer, the world arrives. Guarantee your place at the FIFA World Cup when it comes to North America. Elevate every minute of match day and experience the very best of the beautiful game with a ticket-inclusive hospitality package. The countdown to kickoff is on.
One moment, I felt a power like I've never felt before. A lightning bolt hit me.
And a great promo. On a scale of 1 to 10, Hulk Hogan was a 10.
Your Richter scale spins around 3 and 4 times. It's not an earthquake. It's just me pressing that big Elijah over my head in the sun dome.
Hulk Hogan would talk for 59 seconds exactly. And it was like, cat, that's a take.
I don't like to overthink things. There's nothing to think about either. You just can dance and play the guitar and play the fiddle you can.
aggressive storms. Call Eisenhower. We have a small window, but the timing must be perfect. Send my men into the storm.
What y'all think of the show so far?
They'll never see it coming. We will accept nothing less than full victory.
This episode, everything is awesome so far. I think that's just like...
With special engagement at Dolby Cinema.
Backlash is in Tampa, Florida tonight. Visit Tampa Bay. And the Tampa Bay Sports Commission lead the way in bringing top-tier sports and entertainment to the destination. And how about Cook by Sophie Tucker, an official theme song of Backlash. It is available now on Apple Music and Spotify. Hey, wait, how about we go shop? Exclusive Backlash gear right now at WWEshop.com. Tonight, only 25% off site-wide. Hey, the General is giving a break to the Long family. They're going from the upper bowl to ringside, all thanks to the General. Go to general.com/WWE to enter for a chance to be crowned the Fan of the Year. Holla, holla! The Long family in the house.
Holla, what?
Holla, holla, Teddy Long.
Holla, holla. Teddy Long.
I get you now. All right, makes sense. Now I feel stupid.
Oh, it's your boy.
First time.
Like, I don't understand his whole thing. Like, he's not even as, like, good a shape as his picture. Oh, not this guy. Yeah, he didn't change his song. He damn near gay. You think he Michael Jackson right now? Think he Michael Jackson or something? He think he Michael Jackson or something?
I wonder how much time Kit Wilson spends in front of that mirror.
Well, if you look as good as Kit Wilson, you would
Oh,
spend
okay.
that time in front of the mirror too.
He looks so good. Date him then, Wade.
For your wife, you look like Michael Cole.
I'm afraid to look in the mirror. The Miz and Kit Wilson set for tag team action against Danhausen and
Daniels.
Nobody.
You think he's going to go it alone?
No one will tag with it.
This is how this matchup came about, folks.
Look, I am trying to help these young superstars like Ilya. I know. I have someone for you to mentor. Meet Danhausen.
Oh, my God, the most musty WWE superstar of all time, the Miz.
That's not how the fuck that happened.
As my mentor, you can wear his best-selling new t-shirt. Hey, the Miz, come on in, the water's great. Get off. Oh, no,
Why can't you get it through your Dracula brain that I'm not going to mentor you?
I have to be cheeseburger.
I mean, you want to mentor everybody. Why would you want to mentor? Alright, let's commenting in the Discord about what they think of the show. Whoop that trick. Boring with men. Very predictable matches with people winning. Isn't that what we want? That's what I want. Got a bunch of people in Discord now.
Sticking gum. I am cursed. Danhausen, I will be your mentor.
Yeah.
There is no curse. You are not the mentee. You're not a part of this family. You are toxic, toxic, toxic.
And it's the biggest win of Braun's career.
Backlash? Yeah.
No, I'm just reading what you were saying out loud. But yeah, I would say that.
He says it's predictable. I'm like, Braun never beat Seth before. This is,
Yeah.
isn't this what we want? Like,
If it's predictable, why did everyone vote against it? Everyone voted yes for Seth.
Yeah,
I was
I'm
the only
like-
one that voted for Braun.
I voted for Braun and what's the name? I'm like,
Yeah, so.
the new guys are winning.
So who's the partner? It's Shinji.
I don't know, but I'm like, the new guys are winning. Ain't that what we want? It'd have been the same predictable stuff if Seth Rollins would have won. Or what's the name? Sami Zayn. He said predictable. I'm like, how is it predictable already? They just showed up.
Waiting to see who Danhausen, if anyone.
I'm going to see him Punk, but I don't know if he's going to do it. I mean, he got the gingerbread costumes. I think that's how they do it.
Oh, they got a Mia shirt on. I don't know. I might be seeing Punk. It might be Punk. I don't know. You know what, really?
Yeah, this is a bad thing.
I don't really care about the match. I hope y'all had fun. It's the people at the arena.
Yeah, that fun, basically.
Yeah, the damn houses. If I had something to do right now, this is the time I'd get up and let's do it.
Yeah, I think I might go bubble.
Between this and the Oscar, I'm surprised they put both of them shows on TV with ESPN the first 2 matches.
Yeah, I might go bubble my feet. Because who's gonna want to watch this?
It's really the only other match I want to see is the main event.
Oh, curse.
On the switch forwards.
Somebody throw it. Take it to the power. Get rid of it.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm sorry with it.
Thank you. Oh my God. I'm about to roll this time.
I'll probably come out.
If not, I'll
Okay, he's opening his box. Who's in it? Who's gonna be in his box, y'all? Is Mini Danhausen? Is Mini Danhausen? Like Mini Vikingo? That's his clone. I mean, maybe this is the partner. Oh, I guess that is the partner. He says stop calling it a thing, it's a human being, but also true. Sure. He said, is that actually a child? I don't think it's a child. scared the shit out of him. Yeah, it's definitely not a child. No. Yeah, I guess I gotta work on this towel rack, man. One or the other. I'm gonna work on this towel rack, or I'm gonna go bubble my feet. All this so he could be Danhausen's mentor. I don't think Danhausen needs a mentor. I think he's pretty proud of this. That's the impression I'm getting, is that he does not need a mentor. Well, you would be proud if you could pull off a move like that. Yeah, as mentioned, we are watching this in our Discord, so you're free to watch along with us in there.
What a rippling physique of the Miz. There's simply no competing with that level of talent, Danhausen or otherwise. To have fun, right? This is fun. Beating up with anyhow, this is, but this is mine. Double team coming. Double suplex. Danhausen gonna rake up quick because powerhouses. There's a deep trouble. Danhausen needs a rip up on his claw machine. And there's the personal suplex delivered by Kid Wilson. Thought he was going now, nonchalant cover, and Danhausen able to get the shoulder up. That was a close one. Gotta like this over, and another cover. Gotta like to play this little dude. Now Kid Wilson wearing him down, while Danhausen is just making it worse for himself. All right, you've come out here, you've impressed everyone with your move. Just tap out, go to the back, and never return to WWE. Well, look who's back up on the apron trying to rally the crowd. In the far corner, Danhausen's here. As Kid Wilson now ragdolls Danhausen.
Oh, no, not ragdoll Danhausen.
Placing Danhausen in the old 3-1. Simply no defense at this point. Danhausen is a beaten man. And Kid Wilson, of course, enjoying every... Oh, great core strike by Danhausen. Amazing powers of recovery, too. And what the hell is he up to? The top rope moonsault! Danhausen trying to rally the WWE fans. Here comes Miz. Oh, God. Here comes Danhausen. Very nice, very evil. This little pastor has caused the Miz and Kid Wilson so many problems. He doesn't look like a little pastor. Sweet moves by Danhausen. Continuing to hold Kid and Miz. Running out of steam a little bit. Trying to catch his breath.
into a boot by Kit.
Just suck it in, the little guy. How smart is Kit Wilson? Brains as well as good looks. The guy's got everything.
Oh no, back into the counting machine.
Return to sender. Address unknown.
So Minihausen's locked in the cloning machine. Hey, it restarted.
Hopefully it blows up.
Minihausen and yeah! Oh, look at this! More Minihausens! They're assaulting Kit Wilson!
Those little goblins from WrestleMania!
The cloning machine works!
It works a little too well if you ask me.
Wilson in trouble!
Oh God, they're coming this way.
Oh my God, wait, all over you! Look at this way! Look at this! Airplane spinning! Airplane spin! Wasteland!
Oh, that's my move!
Wasteland!
You dirty little goblin! Don't you dare use a wasteland!
Wait, oh my God, wait, he's on your left! He's on your left, wait! He just took Wade out of his hair! And look at this! Oh, wait a minute! Minihausen tried to curse Kit Wilson! Kit Wilson in the mirror! Turn the curse around! This down! It was stone crushing finale! Minihausen breaks things off! Minihausen tried to curse Kit Wilson! But Wilson used that mirror to turn the curse around and curse Minihausen!
Genius! Now somebody come along and get rid of these multiple mini-houses at the desk! They're gonna shoot through the wires! They're biting me!
Turn the curse around, y'all. What?
Dragon Minihausen!
Does that even mean he turned the curse around?
Oh, tag is made. Danhausen now the legal man. Oh, Miz with a slap. Man, this has been humiliating for Miz and Kit Wilson so far tonight. And look at this, little Fez press.
Very little Fez press.
The piston-like hands of Danhausen sends Miz over the top rope. Kit Wilson gonna try his fair. He goes over the top as well.
Oh, this one's got a hell of a handbasket. This thing keeps grimacing at me.
And now the celebration out here. Danhausen sent into our table. Miz now.
Yes, finish the job.
Miz with a fire extinguisher in hand. Oh, he knows how to use this thing. No, Miz, I believe you, Sadot, are Cardo. Miz just blasted his partner.
Just froze his own eyeballs.
Miz can't see.
I wish I could.
Minihausen from the top rope takes out Kit Wilson. Danhausen, pump kick, cover. Here are your winners, the team of Minihausen and Danhausen. Ladies and gentlemen, a buddy just texted me and I agree. This right here, Wade, this is wrestling.
No, it's not. What the hell just happened, Michael Cole? What happened to the industry that I love so much? I'm covered in mini-houses, saliva, paint, bruises, and bite marks.
Oh, what a match this was. Kit Wilson threw the Minihausen into the cloning machine. Problem was, it cloned Danhausen 5 more times.
They're blown way too well, and then these little things run riot outside the ring.
So this is right after the mirror turned the curse around to Minihausen. On the skull-crushing finale, it was Danhausen breaking things up.
This is one of the most disgraceful scenes we've ever seen in wrestling. The cursed fire extinguisher suddenly was uncursed. Right in the face of Miz and Kit Wilson, and now blinded.
And Luciahausen launches himself off the top rope. And then Danhausen with the ice in kicks of a man that all he wanted to do, Wade, was have Miz as his mentor. Miz said no, and now the Miz is cursed.
Well, the young athletes of NXT are studying this intensely to know exactly what not to do in the world of professional wrestling.
Dan Housen and the Mini Housen celebrating tonight. They're not quite on the same page yet on how to disappear.
But it goes dark.
You know, bring home all the action with the all-new LJN WWE Superstars Vintage Style action figures. Wave 2 features some of the all-time greats of WWE, including King Kong Bundy, along with Hall of Famers, the Ultimate Warrior, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Jesse the Body Ventura. Look for these figures now at Target in the United States. And right now, we have some breaking news with a special announcement.
This September, the biggest spectacle in lucha libre transforms into an unforgettable night event.
This is Triple Mania.
It all starts Friday, September 11th,
Buckle your seatbelt. This is Lucha Libre at its best.
and ends Sunday, September 13th in Mexico City. It's the first ever two-night Triple Mania. Friday, September 11th and Sunday, September 13th. Scan the QR code for more information and stay tuned for the first location to be announced.
Mexican Lucha Libre promotion AAA will hold its largest annual event, Triple Mania, across 2 nights for the first time this September. Triple Mania 34 will take place on Friday, September 11th, at a location to be announced, followed by Arena City MX in Mexico City on Sunday, September 13th. Fans interested in receiving exclusive pre-sale can register at WWE.com/TripleMania34 and look out for Triple Mania's opening night location to be announced soon. Still to come tonight, it is our main event. The OTC, the original tribal chief, Roman Reigns.
I'm just glad it wasn't Jelly Roll. Yeah, I mean, in a way, I'm just glad it wasn't Jelly Roll either, you know? I'm all Jelly Rolled out.
When you don't order furniture from Wayfair, it's natural to wonder what if.
I am literally Jelly Rolled out, so glad it wasn't.
What if it's tough to put together? What if it doesn't hold up? What if your friend Charles hates it?
I hate it.
With Wayfair, you don't have to wonder what if. It's style you'll love with quality you can trust.
That Wayfair sofa is fresh. These chips, stale.
via Ticketmaster. Wrestling Io Sky to the mat. Both these women were part Sky now on the attack.
Someone tags up with your worst enemy. I question who really is treating who like garbage, Michael Cole.
Io Sky does own a one-on-one victory over Asuka. That was 3 years ago. Io is the champion. WWE champion. Asuka face first into the second turnbuckle.
And it's really that superior movement of Io Sky that is telling the story right now.
Covered by Io. Asuka kicks out at 2.
Asuka is a master of strikes, a master of technical holds, but that movement, that high-flying ability of Io Sky is where the genius of the Sky really needs to focus her attacks in this one.
And you talked about Io's relationship with the now WWE champion Rhea Ripley. They were tag champs, won the tag titles for the Kabuki Warriors, of which Asuka was a part back earlier this year. Io now dropping Asuka to the floor.
Well, Io was really woken up after the early goals. The polite early start from Io has been put to bed.
And look at Asuka, great move. Io is going up the ropes, and Asuka able to counter. And oh goodness.
Oh, side of the head first into the steel ring post. The gloves really are off now.
Yeah, this is where Asuka becomes so dangerous.
It's part of the problem. These two do know each other so well, and clearly Asuka is using that to her advantage, second guessing exactly what Io is going to try, and then cutting her off at the pass before Io gets any momentum.
And now Asuka, this is vintage Asuka right here.
Needs to be the moment Asuka really punishes Io, makes an example out of Io. Makes her regret the day she even met Rhea bloody Ripley.
This is the pace that Asuka wants.
Absolutely a slow, torturous breakdown of the body of the genius of the Sky. How the hell did Io Sky take flight with a busted back on a rattled brain?
And ground Io did not allow her to fly. Now Asuka just punishing Io in the corner. This is the aggressiveness, the style that Asuka likes.
Yeah, Asuka's completely smothering Io Sky in this one. And what a strategy, using all her years of experience, every move in her playbook, to not let Io get out of the blocks. And Io's just getting bullied.
Asuka just trying to teach Io a lesson. Io back to her feet, trying to fight back now. Here comes Io Sky, taking the fight to Asuka.
Taunting for Asuka is really...
Oh, that kick just drops Io. Is it enough to put her away? And a kick out by Sky.
That was such a brutal shot. I was about to say this taunting of Io has finally snapped something inside the genius of the Sky, and she's starting to fight fire with fire, but as soon as she was out of the blocks there, chopped back down by a vicious strike.
Now controlling the left arm of Sky. Continues the aggressive nature of this matchup.
This is about making an example of an unruly student, a former student, not just beating Io, but beating her up and torturing her in front of the world.
Io body shots now to Asuka. And again, with no remorse. And look at Asuka.
Just a little extra venom on every single shot. We know how tough Asuka really is. We've seen it time and time again, how vicious those shots are. But there's a little extra 15 or 20% on each one of them tonight. And Io simply has no answer for it.
Yeah, fourth time, world champion Asuka. She's won a Rumble, of Money in the Bank, 5 tag team titles to her credit. What a strike. And another kick.
I love how relentless Asuka is being. No sentimentality whatsoever.
Yeah, but
just does it a little differently. A little strong style there from Asuka, who is starting to believe once again, thinks she's stifled that flurry from Io Sky, but is back in the driver's seat.
Now Asuka went for the kick. Io Sky going to roll her up, shoulders down. Another air fall. Io quickly back to her feet. Misses the kick. A little power on the backside. Io again into the cover. And Asuka has forced the kick out in two.
The superior reactions at this point in the match from Io Sky, who may well be operating on instinct, and that's a good place to be when you're as good as Io Sky.
Perhaps looking for a German suplex. Asuka able to grab the second rope.
Use whatever you can do at this point in the matchup. Things are getting ready.
German suplex into a bridge cover. Kick out at two.
Oh, what a transition.
Asuka looking for Asuka lock. Trying to take out Io Sky.
About as central in the ring as you could be, right on the logo.
What does Io have to do to get out of this now? Asuka turns it around.
Rambling for dear life, and Io trying her best to get any form of leverage. Manages it.
And caught Asuka with a kick.
How much damage was done to that shoulder in the process of Io Sky? Just shot for shot at this point. Whose reactions are quicker?
Oh, there's the knee from Asuka.
Crazy levels of conditioning from both women, and unsurprisingly, collapsing in their feet. And it really is up for grabs now.
Yeah, turning point of a matchup with Asuka and Io Sky.
Both women known for being so hard-wearing, absorbing heavy-duty offense, and firing back in kind.
Asuka dragging herself to her feet. Io Sky as well. And Asuka, look at the Asuka lock. Io Sky trying to, she's got it in now. Asuka lock is in. Io Sky's in trouble.
Indeed, but Io managing to navigate her way partially out at least.
But not quite.
It's a power struggle now.
Asuka dragging her back to her feet. And Io with a back elbow trying to create some separation. Little stunner action from Io.
Now's the time you've got to double down on that. Oh!
Asuka caught her.
Once again, it's those holds of Asuka.
Armbar applied. Io Sky nowhere to go.
That arm is fully extended. That elbow is about to pop.
The center of the ring. Will Io Sky tap out, trying to turn things around? Io able to do that. Now Io Sky with a submission hold locked in. And it's Asuka in trouble now. Is Asuka going to tap out?
Giving Asuka a taste of her own medicine, wrenching on that jaw, stretching the trapezius muscle. Asuka is close to tapping here, Cole.
We're trying to drag herself to the bottom rope. Not quite there. And now she gets her foot on the bottom rope, and that's going to force a break by Io.
There's great resistance from Asuka, and it had to be by hook or by crook. Get out of the hole, get to the rope, but in a real bad way on the edge of the apron.
And now it's Asuka trying to catch her breath. Back to the apron again. Io Sky now going to climb the ropes.
Yeah, well, this is Io Sky's
Oh, and Asuka!
And Asuka knew it. A pull of the hair, smacked face first into that steel post again.
And Asuka now takes control.
So there are alarm bells going off in the mind of Asuka there, knowing full well what Io was trying to conjure up on the ropes. Not where you want to be with the genius in the sky. And an uppercut, once again, knocking the stuffing out of the Empress of Tomorrow.
And now Io hammered away. Asuka, they're high above the ring. Hurricanrana. Asuka now turns it into a pin. Almost had Io kicks out.
Oh man, you could not get any closer to a victory. Referee was right in there on the button. And 2.9 and not enough.
What a tremendous counter by Asuka.
Oh, that was fantastic, but we've got to expect that level of talent and skill from Asuka. But can Asuka close this off now?
Asuka misses Io. Driving Asuka out to the floor.
Look at the back of the head of Asuka. Just pulled that middle rope in a bad way too. Of course, that arm of Io Sky is causing her a tremendous amount of trouble.
dangerous situation here for both these women. Asuka now going for the mist. And Io Sky, grab your notepad, Wade. Your notebook, and use this as shield.
About the smartest thing I've ever seen. Saving herself in the match.
And the mist backfired on Asuka. And now Io Sky dropping Asuka on the announce table. What a brilliant move by Io.
Well, Asuka just played her ace, and it's bounced back in her face.
And now Io off the announce table, taking Asuka down. And you're right, Asuka pulling out all the stops.
Well, that was Asuka's
quite work.
best shot at taking down Io, and Io had the answer.
Io now. Up, second rope moonsault takes Asuka down. This has got to be feels so good for Io Sky.
I'll tell you right now, historically speaking, once Io has this kind of momentum, once Io has this kind of audience behind her, very difficult to slow down from here.
And Asuka with the mist, it backfired. Great resilience by Io Sky. Has Asuka where she wants her. Io, the genius of the sky now, up to the top rope. Asuka moved out of harm's way. Grabs Io.
Just about gets Io locked in position, and that arm bar once again locked in, and Io's close to tapping.
Asuka avoided Io's moonsault, and Io Sky now turns it into a pinning combination. Asuka still has everything locked in now, looking for the Asuka lock. Center of the ring, trying to get Io Sky to tap out. Io trying to hang on. I don't think that's a tap. She's just flailing away, trying to stay in this.
Oh, that was close to a tap out. Referee was having a look. It might be a pass out now. Fading rapidly is Io Sky.
Now trying to rally Io here, but Io may be out. Io may be out in the Asuka lock. Able to turn it around. Shoulders down.
A sudden burst from Io just when it looked like it was over. Well, there's nothing left in the tank. Both women running on fumes.
What a physical battle, as personal and emotional as it comes. Through disdain for each other. Io Sky now getting the upper hand.
Two women who simply cannot fathom losing this one.
Oh, really Sherman by Asuka. Missed with a kick. Io Sky. With a German of her own.
Here's one you told me, Asuka. Throw back in time.
Pull a train attack by Io.
Oh, God. In the drop zone cold.
Asuka stunned by the bullet train attack. Io Sky, top rope. Over the moonsault. Cover. Io Sky slays her demon.
Here is your winner, Io Sky.
Absolutely insane performance from both women, leaving it all on the mat tonight. But Io Sky with just enough edge to put down her former mentor. And how good must that feel for the genius of the Sky? But what a turning point this was, Cole. When Asuka going in for the mist, and the start of Io Sky with the notebook blocking the mist. Take another look at that, just in the right moment, a shield blocking that poison. And then it was all Io from there.
I noticed you had no notes on that notepad. Io Sky now with a bullet train attack. And had Asuka exactly where she wanted her for the brilliant over the moonsault. That had to be cathartic for Io Sky. With a show of respect that had to be very difficult for Io, having to Take out Asuka like that. An emotional Asuka tonight. Her former protege, and it appears Asuka's extremely proud of what Io Sky has accomplished. What a match, Wade.
Well, there's no way you can go through a match like that without earning each other's respect. And wow, so these two women, so impressive. And hats off to Io for the victory.
Should be proud of what they accomplished here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, a bunch of celebrities in the crowd tonight, including members of the NHL's Tampa Bay Lightning, having fun here tonight at Backlash. How about a godfather from Florida Championship Wrestling? Skinner, Steve Kern, a man who trained Wade Barrett.
He's embarrassed about that, don't mention it.
In the house here tonight, along with Dangerous Dan Spivey, the important development in the career of the late great guy. And there is Steve Kern, who we mentioned earlier, a godfather from FCW and a man who trained one Wade Barrett. Ladies and gentlemen, one of Zupa's boxing's most recognizable names, Shane Mosley Jr. makes his promotional debut against Sherry Kaposha tomorrow. Another loaded lineup at Zupa 6. The co-main event sees a welterweight matchup between two East Coast warriors. As New Jersey's Julian Hammer Hansen Rodriguez returns to Meta Apex to take on undefeated Massachusetts native James Corella. Here's Zupa 06 live from Meta Apex
I don't know, I feel like the weakest part of this video is the second half. This is my opinion, anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the greatest of all time, John Cena!
so cool, honestly. One of the great things about being on this side now is I really can lean into moments like the one you just allowed me to be part of. Because I know there's nobody coming down to kick my teeth in. So thank you so much. Truly, thank you. A sold-out house full of gratitude and energy, and man, I love to hear it. Thank you. It's moments like this that had me thinking ever since my last match, what will be the next phase of my WWE career? I expected this. You don't know how good that makes me feel. And I think a lot, honestly, I think a lot about that last match. I think a lot about that last evening. I hear you, there are some people who are upset. I, for one, I was truly happy. Honestly, I reflect a lot on that evening and I couldn't be more happy because what was most important to me about that night is we all made it something bigger. If you look at the night in its entirety, it became an evening of opportunity. I made sure whoever my opponent was, they had to win their way in to earn the spot. I kindly asked WWE superstars if they would be gracious enough to give opportunity, which they willingly did, to NXT superstars so they could be in front of a crowd like this and show the world what they got. And think about it. On that night, on that grand stage, for the first time, we saw Sol Ruka. We saw Javon Evans. Yo, we saw Oba Femi. Because this is what the energy sounds like. Oba Femi debuts in December, and 4 months later he is strutting and kicking Brock Lesnar's ass at WrestleMania. So then it hit me. I was like, damn, we gotta do this again. So we are. So honored tonight to announce to you the John Cena Classic. An entire evening of the best of today competing with the best of tomorrow. An entire event where WWE superstars and NXT superstars get an opportunity to give you all they have in hopes to be crowned a champion. Right. We are making history here tonight because we have a brand new event and the debut of a brand new championship in the WWE. And not just any championship. This is an event and this is a championship I am personally putting my name on. So I am going to strive for a certain level of excellence, and I'm also going to do everything I can to make it special. I have said time and time again, the biggest superstar in the WWE is the WWE Universe. So on top of a new event, on top of a new championship, for the first time in history, your voice will be heard louder than ever before because you
I promise to give you everything I have to make this an experience that goes beyond just one. I don't want to do this for just 1 year. I want to do it for 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 30 years. The sky is the limit on this one. I want to take 1 second to thank the superstars like Obafemi that busted their ass on that Saturday to make this crazy idea a reality. Hell, let him hear you. He's watching. Let him hear you. I wanted to take a second to thank the WWE for being gracious enough to take a chance on this crazy idea. Man, I hope it works. I want to thank everybody watching at home. Most importantly, I want to thank the city of Tampa Bay. There's a lot of you folks in this crowd tonight that know this city means a lot to me for a whole lot of reasons. And you can add this one to the list. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your enthusiasm. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for the noise. It does sound like you're ready. I will see you at the John Cena Classic. And now, it's time for your main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, what an opportunity laid out tonight by none other than John Cena. And Wade, what an announcement from the ultimate top dog.
Nasty D, couldn't agree more, but you know what makes me feel like I got that? Don't give me Michael Cole.
What is that?
A nice can of mug root beer.
Has he been here all night? Wait a minute. You're supposed to guzzle it.
Found it?
Club WWE is the ultimate insider membership program designed to bring fans closer to WWE than ever before. There's exclusive access, rewards, and experiences. If you're interested in becoming a founding member, you can join the waitlist now by visiting WWE.com/club. WWE, sorry that bubbles do that to me.
Ooh. Mark Ladder in the main event is going to struggle.
Well, coming up next in our main event, the OCC Roman Reigns takes on his cousin, Jacob Fatu. It is for the World Heavyweight Championship, and it is next.
Pressure. Green Bay Transplant Day.
We are faced with 2 aggressive storms. All Eisenhower. We have a small window, but the timing must be perfect.
Send my man into the storm. He'll never see it coming. We will accept nothing less than full victory.
Pressure. The untold true story of D-Day. Rated PG-13. Only theaters May 29th. With special engagement at Dolby Cinema.
was looking at the power bit stuff up. Let's go!
Everybody put your ones up in the chat. Y'all gonna put the ones up in the chat and well no. Huh? What happened? Okay, yeah, I think she took out the call. So I don't think.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is significance to the lay that is around the neck of Jacob Fatu tonight. It was put together, it was made by the daughter of Haku. Haku is the uncle of Jacob Fatu and the man who invented the famed Tongan death grip. It is the rare move, it is normally not used. Jacob Fatu has revitalized it, but he committed a sin in the eyes of Roman Reigns and the family. You never use the Tongan death grip against a family member.
Yeah, I don't agree with that philosophy whatsoever. Yeah, you can use all your moves against me, except for that one that hurts the most and that I can't get out of. Well, that's like Jacob Fatu said to Roman Reigns, hey, you're not allowed to spear me. You're now allowed to use a Superman punch against me.
Gotta acknowledge your job, chief. He's gonna use the death grip in the match, probably. Who won between Trick and Sammy? It was. Sorry, I was watching in the other room, but yeah, it was Trick that won the Sammy and Trick match. Sorry about that. In the other room, sorry, people.
made Jacob wait. He needed to earn his opportunity to come aboard, to come to WWE. And now that he's here, Roman Reigns believes he's been slapped in his face by his cousin and his family member, Jacob Fatu. Roman Reigns faces a very dangerous, a very disturbed, and an unhinged competitor who, as he glances way down at the World Heavyweight Championship, has said he needs this title. He doesn't want it. He needs it for his family. This is a man who, when he got out of prison, was sleeping on a mattress on a floor with his wife and 7 kids.
Stars like Jacob Fatu had to start for many years, in part because Roman Reigns never invited him into the fray here as part of the bloodline. That is a hunger that will live with you forever. It doesn't matter how many times Jacob Fatu feasts, he will always fight hungry, and he's fighting hungry tonight. And I gotta tell you right now, I seriously question that Roman Reigns did think that Jacob Fatu had earned that invite. For me, he just knew that Jacob Fatu was the only family member he could not control. Jacob Fatu makes his own rules.
Now Jacob Fatu forced Roman's hand with a Tongan death grip, forcing Roman Reigns to take this matchup, but off the shoulder tackle, Fatu right back up to his feet. Roman has questioned whether Jacob Fatu is up for the responsibility of being champion.
That's the mind games from Roman Reigns, if you ask me. Clearly, Jacob Fatu is more than capable of beating anybody in WWE, and Roman knows it.
It would not be a good night for Roman if he lost his championship a month after winning it at WrestleMania to his family member Jacob Fatu. Susie, Roman, how do you keep the title going?
You avoid the Tongan death grip at all costs. We've seen the past couple of weeks just how devastating it is. It is a visceral hold. You don't just feel pain, you feel your life slipping away, and it has put the fear into Roman Reigns.
And I guess on the other hand, Jacob's got to lock in that death grip to have a chance to win the title. And there's a shoulder tackle shocking Reigns a bit. Jacob Fatu, all gas, no brakes. That's how he lives his life. His club now by Reigns. Roman with a clothesline, and Jacob's still on his feet. Now very hungry. Jacob Fatu, and when you're hungry, Wade, you're dangerous.
Hungry, motivated, and as terrifying and unhinged a force as we have seen in many years in this industry.
Roman Reigns jumped right to our announce table here. And Jacob Fatu now gonna fly with a suicide dive. Another Tongan death grip. Jacob Fatu, his eyes rolling back in his head. Driving Roman now into the post with that death grip. Again applied.
Oh, what a shock this will be. He's fading.
Trying to suck the life out of Roman Reigns in the early part of this matchup. And that was a little warning, Wade. That was a warning shot across the bow for Jacob Fatu.
That's the master key to defeating the Roman Reigns, and it is the right hand of Jacob Fatu. Luckily for Reigns, that was applied outside the ring by the time he got back in the ring, but immediately on the offense.
Yeah, and a little bit overzealous there, and Roman Reigns able to take control.
You see how devastating that move is. Roman knows it. It looks like he's going for that hand.
Well, you have to, right? You got to take it out of the equation. Damage a hand, you can't apply the death grip. And again, Roman Reigns trying to punish Fatu here.
Take away the biggest.
And right into the steel post.
That could be a shattered metacarpal right off the back.
Roman Reigns looking on as Jacob Fatu grabs his hand. Roman continues the attack. And again, you had to know, Wade, Roman Reigns is going to have some sort of way to counter the Tongan death grip.
Well, you know full well Roman is as smart as they come, and he showed it off in the early goings here.
It is loud in Tampa. 15,215 on hand, sold out. This is our main event for the World Heavyweight title. Roman Reigns, a 7-time world champion. Jacob Fatu in his first ever WWE World Championship match.
Let me ask you this, Cole. If Jacob Fatu does somehow win the World Heavyweight Championship, who is the real chief of the Samoan dynasty.
Well, I mean, Jacob Fatu has a claim, right?
Well, you have to be. How can you be the chief of the entire family if a family member is better than you in that ring?
Yeah, but what if
I don't think it holds up.
What if Jacob loses? Will he acknowledge the tribal chief?
I mean, I can't imagine Jacob Fatu acknowledging anybody, but that is what Roman Reigns is demanding. You know, Jacob Fatu falling in line, though, I don't see it. Something has to give, though.
These two have been in the ring together before, but in tag team action. First time ever tonight, one-on-one. As Roman Reigns now looks to punish Jacob Fatu, who just grabs the arm of Roman and neutralizes the champion. And Fatu with a wicked short clothesline.
Jacob Fatu is just made of stone. Immediately checking it on that right hand. Thoughts whirring through the mind of the werewolf.
Hey, ask Drew McIntyre what Fatu's all about. That unsanctioned match in WrestleMania. We haven't seen Drew since.
I've been texting Drew. I've had 0 replies. Who knows what state McIntyre is currently in, mentally and physically after that matchup.
You're used to that. And Fatu now dragging Roman back to his feet. Trying to take control of the world champion. Roman driven shoulder first to the post, and Jacob Fatu suddenly has taken over.
Modus operandum for Jacob Fatu since arriving in WWE.
You think Roman saw this coming?
I think he absolutely knew this was coming. This is why he wanted Jacob Fatu nowhere near WWE.
Jacob's got to be careful now. He's playing in the crowd. He's got the champ in trouble. He's got to get his focus back on Roman.
Well, just imagine how high the
And there you go. Perfect point there. Jacob Fatu. Roman Reigns was waiting. He was waiting for Jacob to make that mistake, and here comes the world champ.
All the physical gifts in the world for Fatu, but there's no cheating experience at the top. And when it comes to experience at the top, pacing yourself, poise, timing, nobody beats Roman Reigns.
Roman into the corner again. And Jacob Fatu goes down off the big boot.
And this is where confidence may start ebbing away from Jacob Fatu. Roman knows what he's doing here, and here we go.
Locked and loaded. Roman Reigns. Superman punch. Into the cover. What a retention. And Jacob kicks out at one. And right back to his feet. Roman can't believe it.
Roman looks like he's seen a ghost.
Black job. And Roman now. Blocked by Fatu. Jacob Fatu with another right hand. Roman sent across the ring. Telegraphed by Jacob. And that kick just fired him up even more.
Just everything is just bouncing off the Samoan werewolf.
Off the running set time to Roman Reigns.
Normal rules of physicality don't apply inside that ring when Fatu is present.
He reminds me a lot of the late great Umaga. Fatu now taking the fight to the world champion. And speaking of Umaga, what a frightening sight.
Now you know why so many people have called in favor of jail.
Superman punch again by Roman. Collapses into the cover. Isn't it up this time? This time 2.5. Referee Sean Bennett right there.
Make no mistake, that was a burst of speed and energy from Roman Reigns, but Roman is hurting in a big way. Just when Fatu got up ahead of steam, catching it cold. And praying for a victory was Roman Reigns, but both men now in a heat.
It has been an amazing night, an electric night today in Tampa. WWE Backlash sold out, 15,215 in the house for our main event, Roman Jacob for the world title. What an opportunity for Jacob Fatu.
This is Roman just processing information as the match continues. Where are my strengths lying now? Where are my weaknesses? What about my opponents? How do I beat this guy?
Roman Reigns now. There's the drive-by. Classic Reigns.
Back of the head of Jacob Fatu, catching those steel steps. like a double whammy there, and Roman's got some ideas here.
And it looks like the look in Roman Reigns' eyes as he now tears apart our announce table here at ringside.
Where things turn really ugly in a hurry. And these kind of... Oh, God!
Oh, no! Jacob Fatu,
Tongue and death grips in.
Jacob with a tongue and death grip locked in on Roman Reigns, who may be fading here. Jacob with Roman up top. And a powerbomb through the table to Roman Reigns. And Jacob's got to get the champ back in the ring, Wade. He's got to get the champ back in the ring.
Is Jacob Fatu locked in on winning this match, or is he getting carried away with physical destruction here?
Well, he's got to destroy Roman to win the damn match. At a count of 7 now. Roman gets back into the ring. Jacob Fatu's got a chance. Jacob Fatu with a massive opportunity here. Roman Reigns trying to drag himself somehow up in the corner as Jacob Fatu waits for an attack. Spear! Spear by Reigns! Cover! Jacob kicked out!
Well, what a roll of the dice from Roman Reigns. This desperation spear connecting flush. Should be the end, shouldn't it? Not when you're in there with the werewolf.
Roman Reigns learning a lot about his cousin tonight, as is the 15,000 plus here in Tampa, the millions watching around the world. World Heavyweight Championship at stake. Reigns and Fatu. And that spear knocked the wind out of Fatu, and then the unbelievable kick out by the Samoan werewolf.
Right after Roman Reigns had been powerful through our announce table. That's why Roman is who he is, bouncing back from that.
Roman trying to feed off the WWE fans here tonight.
Reigns walk this path of maximum threat, more than anyone, usually surviving.
Yeah, but can Jacob Fatu survive? After the spear, Fatu dragging himself up in the corner. Roman Reigns with the roar. Jacob Fatu pop up Samoa drop. Dragging Roman Reigns into position. Here comes Fatu. Mighty moonsault. He connects. Look at that. Will we have a new champion here? The cover up to the leg. Roman kicks out at 2.5. You gotta be kidding me.
Oh my God, keeping the championship reign intact, keeping his position at the head of the family intact, unfathomable explosive strength and timing from Fatu, followed up by this double jump, mighty moonsault, what a landing it was.
But here's the question, Wade. Fatu hit Roman with everything, and Roman still kicked out. And now Fatu's losing it. Unhinged. The headbutt being delivered to the champion.
Yeah, this is where Fatu can be his own worst enemy. You've got to stay in control now. You have a massive upper hand. You have one hand on the World Heavyweight Championship. Finish the job.
Fatu now mounting the champion, delivering right hands. Family ties be damned tonight.
Forget about family. Be a cold, violent warmonger in that ring. It is worth it.
Jacob understands and realizes what winning the championship means to his life, for the life of his family. Everything changes in a split second when that happens.
The security for you and your family for the rest of your days.
And Fatu now going to climb up to the top rope yet again. Roman prone. Kenny got the knees up. Went for a swanton. Roman Reigns got the knees up, and Roman may have done damage.
Well, Fatu got distracted by people in the crowd yelling at him, and that may have been enough for Roman to get a knee up. But how bad is that right knee of Roman Reigns?
And again, it was the second time tonight Fatu got caught taunting with the crowd and allowed Roman to capitalize. But again, to your point, Roman's knees feet. Roman Reigns with another one. Fatu still on his feet. What does Roman have to do to put Fatu down? Mission impossible, Cole. Big kick. Oh, and a Superman punch off the pop-up. Spear by Reigns. Cover. Kick out at 2.5. Now Roman can't believe it. Way more than 2.5, Cole. My God, I thought that was it. The pop-up, a great reaction, Superman punch, followed by a flush spear, and somehow a kick out, and damn, that one was close. It is loud tonight in Tampa. A World Heavyweight Championship match that is not disappointed. Loud in Tampa, but you need calm in the mind if you're a competitor at this point. But the calm is disappearing. And now again, Jacob Fatu with the target death grip. Locked in once again on the champion. Roman Bauer again, the referee dropped his dog. Now Roman grabbing at the official shot, ready again. Roman now to the corner, and the turnbuckle ripped off. The turnbuckle pad taken off the turnbuckle now. Oh, exposed by Jacob Fatu. Head first into the turnbuckle, spear by Reigns. Cover now by Roman Reigns. Roman retains the title.
Here is your winner, and still the World Heavyweight Champion, BOTC.
Acknowledge him. That's all I want to hear is my people acknowledging still your tribal McChief. What y'all think about that match? Y'all thought it was fire? Y'all thought it was trash? What y'all think?
Squeezed out of his jugular by Jacob Fatu. I mean, you tell me who looks like the winner here. Roman Reigns is spent. Well, desperately
Reigns.
grabbed the turnbuckle, which exposed the field. In a way to capitalize.
Uh-oh. 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 Uh-oh, he's enraged. Humping him. He's humping him. Oh, what are you doing?
Do you any good being in the ring? Get out of there. No talking sense to the Samoan werewolf.
Now the target death grip again on Roman Reigns. Roman defenseless here. He barely survived this match. The official trying to get Jacob off the champion.
Oh, no. Come on now. I mean, the disappointment for Fatu just too much. Unfathomable in his mind that he was not going to win here tonight.
Well, Jacob Fatu, he called a shot. He stepped up, and if you come at the king, you better not miss. And that's what Jacob did tonight. And now Jacob Fatu, wiping out officials out here. Our general manager, Adam Pearce from Monday Night Raw, out here as well.
Well, this is why so many people that want Fatu in WWE. He cannot be controlled.
He's unhinged.
He's an absolute menace.
Back into the tongue of death grip on Roman Reigns. A devil has been awoken here tonight.
Jacob Fatu has just got completely funneled in that ring. And you're going to need more than
Look at Roman. Roman foaming at the mouth. His airways are cut off. They've got to get Fatu off him before some serious damage is done to the tribal chief here.
I told him.
This is the Jacob Fatu, Wade, we were all warned about. This is the Samoan werewolf. This is the unhinged version of the man, and he was pushed to this tonight.
The version of the Samoan werewolf we've all been terrified of seeing.
This is the version of Jacob Fatu that Roman Reigns wanted to keep far, far away from his family.
That sight on your screen right now is the reason why. Roman survived it by the skin of his teeth.
Jacob Fatu is back. Fatu's back. And again, back with the target death grip on the champion. Call the cops. Get somebody out here. Handcuff this guy.
Oh, we need pepper spray or stun guns or something. He is unrelenting here.
You got a half a dozen men in there that can't pry Fatu away from the champion. What could have been for Jacob Fatu, but perhaps his pursuit of the championship isn't over.
Alright, y'all. So, ass 0 to 10, see y'all. Said somebody in the chat. We'll be back for AAA later this evening. Yeah, that's it. So they said thank you for watching. We will be back later with triple But yeah, watch on schedule. There it is. But yeah, this has been Queen with We Talk Combats, talking everything combats and sports entertainment like that. I don't know what I give Backlash. I gotta mellow on it. But yeah, that's gonna be it for Backlash. Thank you so much for being here. We're still showing the after stuff in our Discord, so if you want, you can hop over there. But yeah, I got a lot of thoughts, but you're gonna hear them on the show. So be back for AAA.